Yeah.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Oakland Raiders. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Down! Wide 80! Mike 27! White!
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. And even 50 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. This is caught. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready! 10-2 saw.
Rack.
25, check 25. Hey, lock it. Buzz. Step.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
2nd and 11. Eluding the press. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Maurice Hurst, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Westbrook in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? Third and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Fielded at the 43. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Check three. Express. Slam. 56. Mike. Express. Right there, 56. Raider 1. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. Here I come.
2nd down, McKinnon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish.
That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
70, Indy.
Strong right. 40.
Hey, box truck.
2 towards the line. Target.
Get it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Westbrook. Open man is Michael Thomas. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
15 line. 15 line. Protein spill.
First down.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home.
Watch twist.
5.
Throwing on first down. Westbrook. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Carr. He finds McKinnon. Complete. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, Hey, we got everybody. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the same 16-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. He's checking. He's checking.
Go.
McKinnon. And he spins through and able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Push him. Push him back.
Now Carr. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown Raiders. Antonio Brown. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey, 4 down. 4 down. Check 31. Check 31. Check nickel. Ready?
Running with Kamara. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
Here we go.
21-0 our score after 1.
Raiders 21. Saints nothing.
60 Pittsburgh.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Now.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Recon, 132 fighter. Under 10. 10. 24 is the mark. Go.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
First and goal in the goal line.
24 is the mic. So we got man. You go tight. You got tight.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
They'll run it with Kamara. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They come out here in the I. Second and goal from the 1.
Pick me up. Here we go. Check 24. Check 24. Switch. Sponge.
Hey, wahoo!
They'll go with a keeper. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only second down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed him back and set up third down.
They'll try and sneak it here. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. Fourth and goal from the 3. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. Latavius Murray stopped up short, and the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Sometimes you get just a little over-eager defensively when you've got people backed up because the mentality is to attack, take the ball away, or at worst, just keep them backed up there for your own offense. They actually used their aggressiveness against him on that one and hit him big.
Absolutely. Had him pinned on the 2. Not anymore. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Second and 7 at the 19-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Hey, exit.
Now Carr. Gets it to Gordon. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
56. Mike's 56. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
From the gun, it's Carr. Able to find Walter. That's complete. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a play fake here on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and score. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Pilot, 64, weak. Kill. Hey, Echo.
To throw from his end zone, Westbrook. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
Everyone, you got four down.
Hey, Charlie.
24 is the mic. I got one.
Get it ready.
From the gun, Westbrook. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
At the 40-yard line, a 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Matchbox lights. Go.
2nd and 4. Looking long for Thomas. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Now.
24 is the mic. Here we go, D.
Hey, Zoo.
It's just me and you. It's just me.
Let's go.
To throw again. Westbrook drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
4 down.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Check.
To throw on second down. Westbrook. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the second up in Seattle. And the Eagles out in front early. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
Now! 180! 180, we're good, we're good! 280! Here we go! Hey, check Mike 47! Raider 2! I'm here already.
On first down, Carr. That's complete. It's Gordon. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Carr now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Carr. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. So we've come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looking to throw on second down. Westbrook going for the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. It's a gain of 35. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Kamara. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. X3, 218, chop it.
Off the play fake. Westbrook. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Hey, team 6. Ready?
To throw on 3rd down. Westbrook into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Check, crunch, express. Check 52. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play there from a big play guy, Jerick McKinnon, 47 yards.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Alex Collins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
You're out. Now.
On the ground, this is Kamara. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Let's see what you got. 24, go.
Operating from the gun, Westbrook. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Check 99. Check 99. 5 down.
Now Collins. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. McKinnon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Now that's the kind of run that fires up an entire team. Tackled at the 2-yard line. For the defensive guys, a little bit of a sigh of relief, though, that they stopped him short of the goal line. Now they got to figure out how to shore up the rest of the defense.
Quick the edge. Come.
On first and goal, Collins. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Alex Collins with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
Check out, read.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. Westbrook. And that's going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
60 outlaw.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're off to the 4th quarter. Here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 30 base.
Let's go, dude.
Buzz.
24's the mic. Man.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down. Westbrook. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense, I got it,
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
24's the mic. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Westbrook, flush to his right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Westbrook. And the pressure gets to him again. Maurice Hurst. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Squeeze, double.
Hey, 52. Get hot. We're good.
And again, it's Collins. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note in the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Sam off.
Kamara. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Let's get out the field, D. Let's get 80 weapon. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Head up.
Off play action. Westbrook. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Here's a 1st down run with Collins. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd down now. It's Jacobs, and he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Check, 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 check.
On second down, Jacobs. He's got the first down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Following the fumble recovery, Westbrook. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Westbrook. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas.
The second down pass.
15.
On 1st and 10, Westbrook. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now, they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You can't block me.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Hey, Saints 53, 55.
Don't be scared of it.
Keenum going to throw. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is Harris. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
24 is the mic.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.